Yeah. It's the words of a poet who didn't know it. I said it's the word of a poet who didn't know it. Title Danger. They say it's time for a revolution. So what's your solution? Let's start by taking a few things off the table, like making excuses. Cause people tend to be abusive when the access is no longer exclusive. Man, I'm not hearing anything. Where's the feedback? Did somebody mute this? Cause there's no lie that will lie between the eyes of a bullseye when you're at the center of attention. Did I forget to mention? Nah, I didn't forget to mention that it's danger, and the only thing that's left is right around the corner and it's impending. I tried to tell them, Lord, but they didn't hear me, and nobody really wanted to listen. I did it with wisdom, but I still believe that something is still missing. I know your grace is sufficient, cause I'm the 20/20 vision of an eyewitness. It's only because of you that I did this. But they chose the seats of a nosebleed so they could bleed their life away. It's the side effect of a prescribed sequel of a people that died the liar's way for a higher pay. Feeling the gravitational pull of the suction of what was but never wasn't. When they could have been a brother, maybe even a sister, but they chose the path of a distant cousin. And it depends on the pen of a ready writer that needs perfect practice to perfect the actions of a ready fighter. When every day is an all-nighter. Yeah, every day is an all-nighter. So they addict you to the dopamine of a hopeful scene on a page full of reels. It's like wishing that the almost of the cosmos was the almost impossible real. How that feel? Matter of fact, how that grab you? These are the words of Adam. I chose to walk straight forward to avoid my back from taking a stab at him. And now I'm back at him, like signs on a collision course to crash atoms. Living the life of a consistent circle of motion called patterns. A life of tall mountains without ladders. So now I speak louder, louder and prouder than I ever, never been more prouder. To speak the name of Jesus Christ louder and prouder to the screams of the people that become silent and less violent. Because he's picked me up and he cleaned me off. He took a heart of stone and he made it soft. Who made me to be the best of me? And it's because of he who put me together like a recipe. Because I was nothing more than dead, roaming the streets with eyes in the back of my head. But now I got the eyes to see, so it's no surprise to me that the one God we serve, they still describe him as three. So I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, but I'ma scream the name of Jesus Christ till there's none of me left. But some of you really need help. Nah, you really need help. You see, so many people have been abused and confused about the topic of his real name. Well, there's no other name under heaven given amongst men whereby we must be saved. So let's turn to the book of Luke and take a look at what the words of Gabriel say. He said, Mary, that thing that's formed in your womb would be called the name of Jesus, no fairy tale. So if you don't believe this, why on God's green earth would you continue to read this? How could you possibly describe him to others if you don't call that wonderful name Jesus? You mean that name that causes every demon to tremble? That name that we give every praise to like a high-sounding cymbal? But the acts of Jack and all these packs of false facts made their minds go nimble, so much that they jumped over the name Jesus like a candlestick. Please read Revelation 2 and 5 where Jesus come and put out your candlestick. Whose hand did this? It's nothing but the devil, a war rebel who thinks he's really on God's level. One who hates that Jesus is the rock, so he tries to be him, but he's nothing but a small pebble. And that devil never learns his lesson. I'm guessing there's no confessing for the father of lies to keep trying to hide that he resides in a false heaven, no seven. And I really feel sorry for those that slept, because I wept for your souls to have better days. But I warned you from the warning that the snake bite was here, so don't fall for the better pay. But you threw that away like it really meant nothing, but something like Humpty Dumpty falling from the Great Wall, and nobody can come and put your soul back together again. In America, you better stop playing with China and Russia, because if you know like I know, they have more than 1,001 ways to cut you. Just wait till they bum Russia. And it's no longer a mystery that this US is the Babylonian city that will burn in 1 hour with no remorse and pity, all the way down to the nitty-gritty land with no city. And there's nobody to help, divided you felt, because that's the way you really was. You were like a pregnant lady that's been everywhere and didn't know who your daddy was. But daddy was all over the place like a rolling stone, laying his coat, hat, and his jacket in every home. Didn't listen and leave that alone, but you didn't understand like no Rosetta Stone. So you kept robbing, bobbing, dodging every bullet until you no longer could pull it. And now your cup has reached its fullest, and everybody stood afar wondering who in the world could have did this. But it was your delusion, it was your confusion that brought the wrath of God's anger. And the house of cards is about to fall, and all I had left to say is danger.